Most history books tell the story of America through presidents, generals, and the wealthy. Howard Zinn flipped that script. In A People's History of the United States, Zinn tells the story of America from the eyes of those who struggled, the enslaved, the working class, women, and indigenous people. It's not a story of perfect heroes, but of constant resistance. Here are 10 key lessons from Zinn's powerful retelling of American history. 1. History is written by the powerful. Zinn reminds us that the version of history we often hear is filtered through those in power. The Founding Fathers, for example, are celebrated for freedom, but many owned slaves. By focusing only on leaders and victories, we overlook the suffering and sacrifice of millions who built the nation, the Columbus and the myth of discovery. Instead of a brave explorer, Zinn presents him as a symbol of conquest and cruelty. His arrival in the Americas led to the enslavement and death of indigenous peoples. Freedom and slavery grew together. America's early economy thrived on contradiction: liberty for some, bondage for others. The same colonies that demanded freedom from Britain relied on enslaved Africans for labor. Zinn highlights how slavery wasn't a moral failure of a few men. It was an economic system built into the foundation of the nation. The fight for freedom, therefore, always had two meanings: one for the privileged and one for those still in chains. By the power of ordinary people throughout the book, Zinn argues that progress in America didn't come from presidents, it came from ordinary people demanding change. The abolition of slavery, women's suffrage, and labor rights all started from the bottom up. The American Revolution wasn't equal for all. While the Revolution promised liberty, Zinn points out that it primarily served wealthy colonists. Poor farmers, enslaved people, and indigenous groups gained little from independence. In the 19th century, America's factories brought massive wealth, but also deep poverty. Zinn highlights the harsh working conditions, child labor, and the violent suppression of strikes. While history celebrates inventors and tycoons, Zinn honors the workers who risked their lives to demand fair wages. Progress, he argues, must be measured not just by profit, but by justice. War often serves the few, not the many. Zinn challenges the patriotic framing of American wars. He argues that many wars, from Mexico to Vietnam, were fought for economic or political gain, not moral necessity. While leaders used words like freedom, the poor often paid the price on the battlefield. His message questioned the motives behind war, especially when it's sold as noble but fueled by power or profit. Civil rights came from protest, not permission. Zinn shows how the civil rights movement succeeded not because leaders suddenly allowed equality, but because people demanded it, through sit-ins, marches, and civil disobedience. From Rosa Parks to Malcolm X, Zinn emphasizes that change came from confrontation, not compliance. Lesson 8, rights are rarely given, they're won. While the America's story is still being written, Zinn ends by reminding us that history is not finished. The same forces of inequality, greed, and resistance still shape modern America. By understanding the struggles of the past, we recognize patterns and our power to change them. The past isn't behind us, it's a mirror. Hope lies in collective action. Despite its painful truths, Zinn's book isn't hopeless. He believes in the potential of people, not governments. When workers strike, when students protest, when communities organize, that's where democracy truly lives. The final lesson: real progress happens when we act together for justice. Howard Zinn, A People's History of the United States. Isn't it just about what happened? It is about who we choose to remember. It's a reminder that freedom, equality, and justice were never gifts from above. They were earned from below. If you enjoyed this summary, hit the like button, subscribe for more book-based insights, and let me know in the comments. Do you believe progress comes from the people or from those in power?